What's going on, guys? Tanner here with the Proxy Commander. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I do have an order for some buddies locally, actually, so I'm really excited to get this underway. The only problem is that they're going to be 300 DPI, except for this Mox Opal. I'm just going to make it higher quality just because there's tons of printings of it. Not tons, but there's a lot of options rather than the brand new Marvel set that only has basic. It's just fresh, so there's only Scryfall options right now. If you do any of the NPC fill options, they're like completely alternate arts that aren't even viable as proxies in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, the Mind Stone and all of the Marvel cards are going to be printed at 300 DPI. The Mox Opal is going to be like 800 plus DPI. But anyways, we've got a proxy order here. Really excited to get this underway, and I'll switch to the camera. I'm gonna print this off and then we'll be good to go. All right, YouTube, what's going on? Tanner here with the Proxy Commander. I think the first clip, we're over here on the computer, and you guys can tell I have printed out an order from somebody local, a friend that's local, and these actually look really good for only printing 300 DPI from Scryfall images. These look absolutely fantastic, except for that one smudge and smear I told you guys about on this Mjolnir hammer. But yeah, we're gonna get to work. You might hear this laminator ding in just a second, and once it dings, that means we're ready. I've let this sit overnight, and it looks like the warping has gotten a lot better. So hopefully not near as bad warping after lamination, but everything so far looking good. Once this laminator goes ring ring, I'm good to start laminating. So here we go, you guys. All right, so I picked up a little paint roller thing from Walmart, and we're actually just gonna easily do this just to kind of get this lamination and paper smooth, push out any air that may be in the sheet. And it's like a sponge material, so hopefully it's good enough. I think that's better than nothing. It's got to be better than nothing. We're going to move this die cutter over here. And we're going to put this through the laminator. Here we go, guys. Well, tell me what you guys think. This actually looks pretty good. We're going to move on to the die cutter any minute. So far, I don't see many imperfections except for that one smudge that we already knew about. Looks like something just got dragged across. Overall, this looks really good. I thought this was an imperfection here, but it's actually just part of this little robot that's underneath the text box. I don't know if you guys can see that well. The warping is pretty much gone. I do see small texture bubbles in here, but what I've heard we can do is run it through the laminator twice, and it should get rid of extra bubbles. But I do see the tread marks of a roller, like here, all the way down the sheet. I can see little tiny, like, almost like tracks all the way across. It's probably hard to tell on camera, but it's like this little dragging streak, and I don't know if these streaks are from the laminator or the printer. I'm gonna say it's from the laminator. There's little tiny bubbles, so what we're gonna do is run this through the laminator one more time. Light warping right here. You can probably see right there, there's like a little warp in the sheet, and you can definitely feel it on the back. There's a warp in the paper, and you can kind of see it on camera, 3 little waves almost. I don't know, but they don't look bad at all. I just don't know how to fix the warping, man. We're gonna have to set something on this like as soon as possible and then go to cut it. I don't know. We're gonna set something flat on it and just kind of keep weight on this. I don't know if I should let it sit overnight or not. I don't know, you guys. Just a slight little warp here. The bubbles are pretty much gone. It doesn't look terrible. It's just this little curves right here, man. Little curves. Maybe Pressing a roller on it evenly. We'll try that. I'm trying anything nowadays, you guys. But this is an order for a friend. So we want to make sure that we do the best we can with it at least. All right, we're going to move on to the cutter. Here we go. I can always take more off if needed, but you can't put it back on. So, all right, we still have white on top, but that's fine because it gives us, like I said, a little bit more room to work if we need it. And then what we're going to do is flip this, and we're going to take off some of the excess edge on this side. That's pretty good. There's actually a thin white line at the bottom, but it does overall look good. And then we got to do one slice down the middle here. And you want to put that middle slice right on the line. Let's see, how much room did we give ourselves to work with? That actually looks pretty good. I'm going to set that there. And I think we're good to go over to the die cutters. Oxy. Mjolnir. See if TikTok can see this. It's a good looking proxy. I can't even see the green outlines. I'm gonna put that here and we're gonna get back to work. This is the reality of it right here, guys. Another solid alignment. Another solid alignment. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There's just a slight warp in the card. I gotta figure out the warp, you guys, but overall, it's a good looking proxy. Very, very clean. Just gotta figure out this warping issue. Mind Stone, here we go. This one looks solid if I can get it out of here. Yeah, that looks really good. Let's see. For the most part, that looks pretty solid. There's a little bit, I feel like, curve at the bottom, like I didn't get it straight. But this is the reality of making homemade proxies, you guys. This is the reality. Still at the bottom, I seem to like not be cutting it straight. So we're gonna have to do a little bit better here. Yeah, it was a little off. Let me turn the die cutter away from the camera just a bit. I'd rather get a good proxy than get a good video of it. It's a solid cut right there too. If I can get it to focus on. There you go. Overall, a solid sheet of proxies. I'm proud of it. Not the best work though. This one still needs a good cut. But that's why we have this trimmer. Am I right? That's why we have this. This is why it exists. There's just slight warping in that cardstock, so I gotta figure that out. But yeah, we have, and I'm gonna have to take the corner cutter to this. See, now that I've squared the corner of this one by taking the rotary trimmer to it, I've got a corner around the corner again, and we're gonna do the small. There you go. Already fixed. Just like that, it's fixed. We're gonna wanna get these shipped out or delivered to the customer or the client. But yeah, they feel good. It's just a little bit of that warp, but overall the proxies came out nice. This is the one I'm worried about, the Mox Opal. As you can see, it's got that bend into it. So I've got to figure this out, you guys. Got to figure that out.